We are live, everybody. We're live. We're on Facebook Live for the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes, something like that. And welcome to World Kindness Day. So, David, do you need to go? You were fantastic, David. Thank you so much. And David came through. You know, I was saying earlier that when you're early, you're on time. When you're on time, you're late. And when you're late, you should be fired. Okay, let me turn down CNN in the background. This is World Kindness Day, November 13th, 2021. I'm live and no one's watching. You know, and I knew it wasn't going to be a big crowd coming in. I'm going to be on for 6 or 8 hours. Hopefully 1 or 2 people tune in. But I was just saying earlier, and I'm actually, Mr. or Mrs. Kim is watching on Facebook simultaneously. But I was saying earlier that kindness isn't everyone's big top priority, being kind. And there was a conference, and one of the panels was on kindness, and there was, a couple hundred mayors, running cities in the audience, and on stage was what's her name? Well, it was, what the hell was her name? I'm drawing a blank here. Lady Gaga, one of the biggest entertainers in the world. The Dalai Lama, who, like me, talks about kindness. He's got a few more followers than I do. And a billionaire, Philip Schultz. And they talk about kindness. Now, I found it on the internet. It was filmed 5 years ago. 5 years ago it was filmed. And you will never guess how many people watched those entertainers 5 years ago. 521 people watched that damn thing in 5 years. So when I said I'm going to have a World Kindness Day, hopefully my 2,444 ambassadors, 1 or 2 might call in. That'd be fantastic. Everyone has to make money. They got their things to do. It's Saturday. They're out with the kids having fun. Understandable. Not a problem. Because this is being recorded. I think it's going to be recorded. Usually it is. For posterity, and maybe someone tonight says, I got a few minutes, but nobody cares about kindness. They really don't. You should care about kindness. You should, and hopefully you teach your kids about kindness. That's always important, teaching kids about kindness. So my movement is got 3, what does it say there? I'm not going to touch that one. I'm afraid to touch things on the screen here. Sponsored session. Now, this is live television, everyone, so you never know what's going to go on. I'm just going to put this over here because it doesn't. So where was I? Yeah, so today I'm going to cover lots and lots and lots of things. And I'm going to wait till there's a bit of an audience before going through it all. But I guess as a start, for Ms. Kim, I wish I knew if it was a boy or girl. There's no way you can... Miss Kim, say who you are, or text or anything. Yeah, she's watching anyway. He or she's watching. It's tough. I deal with a lot of Africans and a lot of foreigners, and some names, Bill or Jane, it's a male or female typically. Maybe someone from Africa or from India or from Egypt doesn't know that Bill or Jane is a boy or girl. But at any rate, so I am been affectionately nicknamed Dr. Fantastic, because I came up with a word and a philosophy that will change your life. Now, if you're just tuning in, both on Facebook here and on drfantasticsworld.com and on BeFantastic YouTube, I want you to repeat after me 3 things, 3 statements, because I want to show you the effectiveness of words. Words matter. Words have power. We're made up of water, and words affect water. The Kyoto water study, they took water And actually, sometimes they talked to it, and sometimes they just wrote kind words on the glass. And then they looked at the water under a microscope, and when the water was spoken to nicely, or nice music was played, or love or something nice was printed on the glass, it looked underneath the microscope pristine, as water should. Nice crystals, like a snow crystal. It was beautiful. Now you take the same water and you scream at it, you damn water, and you put bad words on the glass. And they've done there's an intensive study, and the water was ugly and distorted. So words matter. The words we say matter. If I say a word you don't understand or you don't speak English, it doesn't matter. So words are very important. The words we say matter. The words I'm going to say today matters. If you have a question, please ask me. There's a texting box here on the site. You could test questions. Let me try that here as well. Let me see here. Ask Dr. Fantastic anything. I have a section on Be Fantastic Today called Ask Dr. Fantastic Anything. People videotape questions, send them in, and I answer them. So you have a question, let me ask it. Now I am going to get distracted now because no two of my speeches are the same, by the way. But I remember I was talking about words matter. Okay. So again, let's get back to the first thing I want you to do. I want you to say with great enthusiasm, because we are one big world. In this world, we're all together. And when the aliens come, we're all going to probably be together, not fight and have wars. So I want you to say, we are fantastic. Say it nice and loud, because I want you to get the effects of the words you're saying. What? I didn't hear you. No, say it again. Say, we are fantastic. Okay? Say it with enthusiasm and like you mean it, because we are fantastic. Excuse me. I'm just scratching my nose. I'm not picking my nose, I'm scratching it, okay? Give me a break here. You're not supposed to pick your nose on camera. So, okay, now I want you to say, you are fantastic. Point, if you're with a friend, point to your friend and say, you are fantastic. Miss Kim, because you're watching, taking the time, you are fantastic. I want you to get the power of those words. Now, finally, the most important of the three phrases, we call it the Be Fantastic rally call, by the way. Say, say, I am fantastic. Okay? Say, I am fantastic. Say it nice and loud. Say it like you mean it. Now, you should feel really, really great right now. You should feel fantastic. And I've done this thousands and thousands and thousands of times. And typically, if you said it with enthusiasm, you have felt fantastic. Now, what happens when you feel fantastic? Life's fantastic, right? What happened was, the magic of this whole Be Fantastic philosophy is the word fantastic. And that's why they call me Dr. Fantastic. I have the prescription for a happier and longer life. So the words fantastic made you smile. The smile releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. These neuromessaging units make you feel fantastic. They reduce stress. Less stress, you live longer. Science says, not Dr. Fantastic, science says, if you smile, you live 5 minutes longer. And if you laugh, you live an hour longer. Watch comedies. Don't take life so serious. Say the word fantastic. Tell people they look fantastic. Tell your employees they did a fantastic job. Tell your wife or husband they cooked a fantastic meal. Tell your kids they're fantastic. The word fantastic means unimaginably great and beautiful. The word good means morally right. Every day you get asked, how are you? And typically you say, I'm good, or I'm okay, or I'm fine, or I'm well, can't complain, not bad, not too bad. Some real optimistic people say, I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm blessed, I'm living the dream. All those answers do not make you smile. Only the word fantastic makes you smile. Only that word in that answer. And that question, how are you, you'll be asked every single day of your life. Every day of your life, if you run into another human being, they're going to say, how are you? What's going on? How you been? Mostly, how are you? Now, this is a history lesson today as well. How are you is a 653-year-old question. When it came out 653 years ago, I was just a little kid. I remember well. It wasn't a very good time in history. Matter of fact, it was kind of like today with the COVID going on. They had a pandemic. They had a horrible pandemic in the world. It was called the Black Plague, also known as the bubonic plague. And in those days, if you came close to someone, you died within like a week, 2 weeks. So they invented a question that literally would save their lives. So from a great distance, they'd yell out, "Kim, how are you?" And Kim would only have one of two answers. You'd yell back, "I've got it." That was the answer you didn't want to hear from your friend. Or they'd yell back, "I'm well." Then you come visit them because they're well. Who says they're well nowadays when asked, "How are you?" Nobody says that. By the way, if you want to call in, Kim, the phone number is 0109 180 7584 or 0109 07 96903. Those are the two call-in numbers. Feel free to call in, ask questions, or you can text. Again, we're 12 minutes into the show and nobody's watching. And that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's Saturday. It is, well, it's World Kindness Day, isn't it? What is going on here? Someone might be, I might get some text questions. You never know. You never know. Where is Pris? My trusty assistant, executive assistant, her name is Pris, and she is in South Africa. She's wonderful. And then I have Joseph up in Nigeria, who's, by the way, who started the WhatsApp groups. We have 108 WhatsApp groups. You can start a WhatsApp group in your country, like Be Fantastic Brazil today. Be Fantastic Nigeria was the first one. And that spawned Be Fantastic Canada and Be Fantastic India and Be Fantastic Tanzania. Now, if the country's taking, because there's only one admin per person, per country, you can get a city. And we've got about 29 different cities. And I'm going to go out and thank everyone who's part of that at one point during the broadcast today. So that's pretty fantastic. That's pretty fantastic. Again, this is live television. I'm going to take my time because there's no one watching yet. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get to WhatsApp and see if there's any questions. David Crump sent me something. Priz, what she says, we have 100. Where's Priz? I told Priz, get off the internet so you have some time, because you know a lot of people don't have the money for bandwidth. But you don't need to have a phone and you don't need to have an internet to be an ambassador of kindness in our organization. You just need to know about the 3 commitments. Number 1, be kind to yourself. Number 2, be kind to others. And number 3, be kind to the environment. Once you know those 3 commitments, and there's a lot to them, and I'm going to talk about them today, you are going to live longer. You're going to be happier. You're going to make the world a better place. And it's going to be pretty fantastic. But we have a lot of children. I think at last count, probably over 150 kids, 160, that don't have phones, but they're ambassadors of positivity. They've gotten a number. And when they grow up, they're going to have a phone. They're going to be very happy to have a low number. Because right now, in the 2000s, that's pretty low. One day we're going to have 25,000. And hopefully one day 250,000. And one day, hopefully 2.5 million. And that will be very cool to have millions of people using the word fantastic, being kind to themselves, being kind to others, and being kind to the environment. And we're going to go all through how important each one of those is. And now we have a kindness class, befantastictoday.com/class. And you can watch the video, or if you're watching this one, you'll be an expert by the end of this video to be a ambassador, to be an admin, hopefully, and also to be a teacher and teach the course. Why my nose so scratchy this morning? Sorry about that. So Pris is not online. My trusty assistant. That's too funny. It's so funny because when someone posts something that's not related to kindness, I say that's not allowed, or they're trying to make money. And one of my friends has something that's all about money, and he says if it's not about my money making thing, it's not allowed. So I don't allow money, and money doesn't allow kindness. That's pretty funny. Okay, nobody is. Let me call Pris. Let me see what happens if I call Pris. Stand by. Calling South Africa. I wish Kim would text something. Tried to bring Kim on camera. Megan Kim. Chris isn't answering. Okay, so be an interesting day if no one tunes in all day today. Again, if I had 10 hot chicks, I'd have all kind of people watching. Maybe not the girls. I have a lot of guys watching. That's for sure. Anyway, so we're watching the first World Kindness Day broadcast. I really should have maybe bought some beers in case this gets only to myself here, talking to myself all day long. But I'm hoping people call in. Now, of course, I have a lot of ambassadors in America and around the world. And in America, it is in Los Angeles, where I'm from, it's 3 a.m. People are sleeping, and they're certainly not going to wake up 3 a.m. to call me to talk about kindness. That's for damn sure. I don't know if I showed you my new outfit. Let me show you my new outfit. I bought this in Egypt, and it is Egyptian cotton, 100% Egyptian cotton, the finest cotton in Egypt. You see it? How do you like it? Ugh. Not only are we doing kindness, but we also have a anti-bullying campaign. There it is. It's cool. It's cool to be kind. It's backwards, isn't it? These webcams, they always show you backwards. It's a shame about that. So this poster we give to schools. If you have a school and you want it, just let us know. Go to Be Fantastic Today /class, and you will be directed to my email or Chris's email, and you can just request the poster. And if all the classrooms in all the world post these posters, we might just have something there. So I don't know if I'm going to talk too much until I get someone to talk to. I have Chris to talk to, but Chris is not. Chris, do you speak English? This is the first question I'm going to ask Chris. It's a nice, cool day in Sharm. I'm in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, everybody. Again, if you're just tuning in, Chris, I am Dr. Fantastic, and we are going to leave the phone lines open, leave the Be Fantastic open, and hopefully someone has a question. And if I just help one person today, sitting here for 8 hours, it would be worth it. No, seriously, it would be worth it if I help one person today. Okay, here's what I'm going to do now. Okay, what? I'm going to thank all our great ambassadors. I'm going to read the countries we're in, and I'm going to, oh, by the way, here's something I want to talk about. It's World Kindness Day, and I'm asking everyone to do 10 acts of kindness. And I sent it around the internet and asked people, if you can do 6 out of these 10, that will be fantastic. And I got people that said, I can do 6. I can do 9. I can do 7. Got a couple different people. I'd be interested to know which ones they couldn't do. But here they are, because it's World Kindness Today. By the way, here's what the word kindness means. Does anyone out there know what kindness means? Anybody? It's the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. How cool is that? kindness. Choose kindness. And of course, baseball is more important than kindness, so that's why they're out there playing baseball today. Anyway, so here are the 10 acts I'm asking everyone to perform on World Kindness Day. Only say kind words. Again, words matter. Words have energy. Words can make your day and they can break your day. Mean words make you cry. Again, the words affect water. We're made of water, so they affect not only our mental aptitude, but our physical. You know, you scream at a kid. It's not. Sometimes you think it's because you screamed at them, but it might be the physicality of the molecules being all distorted from the harshness. You know, not nice. Okay, so only say kind words. Hello is a kind word. Hello. Say hello to someone. It's very kind, I think. Please. That works. Thank you. How many people don't say thank you? Is that terrible? Thank you. I mean, come on. It's 2 words. It's nice. It's a kind thing to say. Merci is 1. It's in French. Thank you. 1 word. Come on, people. Say thank you. It's a kind word. Say kind words. It really will make your life better. So hopefully on World Kindness Day today, November 13th, you'll only say kind words to yourself, to others. Number 2, tell family, friends, and associates they are fantastic. What's the downfall in that? You tell your employees they were fantastic today. You tell your wife or husband they were fantastic. You tell your kids they were fantastic. You tell your friend they're fantastic. What's the downside? Well, you're going to smile. They're going to smile. You're going to feel better. You're going to live longer. You've given kindness. It was an act of kindness. It's literally an act of kindness to say the word fantastic. I think that's pretty cool. So Facebook is going to come a little closer. How's that sound? And everybody out there in YouTube land, I got to be comfortable. I'm going to be here for 8 hours, for Christ's sakes. Okay, number 3. Pick up some litter. Everywhere you walk, you'll see litter. If everyone started picking up a little litter, I don't say a lot of litter, and you know, they have groups. It's really neat to go out and with fishing nets, they'll clean the lake or the river or the ocean, or they'll just go with trash bags and pick up along the street. You know, it's fun to work in groups, and that's the kind of thing to do. Get a group organized to go out and pick up some litter. That's fantastic. You know, when I go out to the trash, there's sometimes little pieces along the way. I'll pick them up. About a month ago, I cleaned up the trash out there just because I didn't like looking at it. And someone saw it and they thought they were really, really happy to see an American cleaning up the trash. You know, I'm in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, and there's no Americans here. And there's probably a couple, but I've been here a year. I haven't been. But anyway, so pick up some litter. I say hug 10 people. And someone said in Egypt here, hug 10 Egyptians. She says, that's not going to happen. Yeah, the Egyptians, if you look at them, I mean, a lot of guys, if you look at them the right way, they just think you love them. Egyptians, if you talk to them or communicate them on the internet, they think you want to sleep with them. It's a little ridiculous. But so she said, that's not going to happen. So I said, well, hug your husband 10 times then. So, you know, that's something that probably a lot of people can't do. I don't know if you've ever been to some places like they have hugging booths where you get a free hug. The big sign says free hugs. Hugging, you know, we're social creatures, and to hug someone is it's an act of kindness. It's not sexual. It's an act of kindness. You know, when they started COVID, they said we must be socially distant. I don't agree with that. I don't think we should be socially distant. I think we should be physically distant because there is a flu going around. Let's see what's going on here on Facebook, on WhatsApp. So there's no activity on WhatsApp either. That's amazing. Okay, so it's a real slow day. And I shall continue. So hugging's real important. Um, Shaking hands. I saw a sign the other day, and it showed two people, and it said it was a big red sign with a slash through it. Don't shake. That was a terrible sign. Don't shake hands. I mean, come on. Oh, our first call. Our first call. Happy World Kindness Day. You're live with Dr. Fantastic. And of course, it failed. How'd you like my answer there? So I'm asking, a lot of people want to know where I'm at all the time. I get a lot of questions, what is this good for? You know, the Be Fantastic philosophy. What are you doing? What is it good for? What am I going to get from it? Lots. And if you watch this show today, you'll see that you're going to get a lot. You're going to live longer. You're going to be happier. You're going to make the world a better place. There's a lot to it. Yes, I'm a Muslim. Mercedes sent a photo. Well, I'm getting a little activity on WhatsApp. Someone said, thank you. Have a fantastic weekend. That's always nice. There's a lot of positivity going around. We have, again, 108 WhatsApp groups, and you can start your own WhatsApp group or join one at befantastictoday.com. It started in Nigeria, and then it spawned in less than a month, 108 WhatsApp groups. And if your country is taken, because there's only one admin per country, then you can get a city, and if your city is taken, then you can get a personal one. Now there's 191 countries in the world. When did this here? There's 191 countries in the world, and we have a call coming in. You know, it's not easy to get these calls. Dr. Fantastic, you're live on the internet with Dr. Fantastic. It's World Kindness Day. Who am I talking to? I see a camera picture, but there's nobody there. I think you have the camera turned around. Hello? And they hung up. Well, we got 2 calls and 2 hang-ups. Working very nicely there. Someone's typing. What religion do you practice? I believe, I don't talk politics and I don't talk religion on any of our channels. If you like God and you like religion, fantastic. You can have a personal channel. Like I said, there's the country channels, and there's only 191 countries. Then there's the city channels or groups, and there's only 10,000 of those. So you can have a individual group. If you want to talk religion, that's fantastic. No. So he says, are you a cultist? Like, if you're not a religious person, you must be a cultist. You know? Just believe in kindness. No money. Just, a lot of people can't understand how I'm not doing this for money. And a lot of people don't understand kindness. So, you know, you can only do what you can do. Kim, thank you for sticking around so long. I wish you'd communicate by texting or, let me see, there's a little message thing there. Let me ask you a question. Where are you? See if that works. we have 2,344 ambassadors of kindness that refer people they care about to our organization, Be Fantastic International. You've been referred, so thank you. Thank someone that cares about you, that they thought you might enjoy our movement, our philosophy about kindness. Now, if you're a religious person, you've got to be a kind person. So be happy that you were referred here and join our group. Start a personal group. Talk about religion all you like and have a fantastic life. We welcome everyone who's kind. So because the person wanted to know if I was Muslim and wanted to know what my religion was, and I said neither, they said you must be a cultist, which is beyond me. And so then they want to know how come we got my number. Because people are so religious, and that's what you need. You need to believe in something like that. Then that's fantastic. Kim is not responding. At least I have one person supposedly that's watching. We are a half hour into the show, and I don't want to cover too many topics, so I at least have someone to. Oh, here was okay. We didn't even finish the 10 acts of kindness yet. Okay, I got distracted there. Okay, so we got through 10 hugging people because we're social creatures. Again, COVID got it wrong by saying we need to be socially distant. We need to be physically distant. We certainly don't want to be socially distant in life, much less COVID. Okay, so number 5, open doors for strangers. They don't always say thank you, and I know you want to yell after them, "You're welcome," but it makes you feel good to do that. And also, let people in traffic. You know, the greatest story I have as an example of letting people in. Most people won't do something kind unless there's a reward. So my example I love to use, I hope everyone uses it because it's the perfect example. You're driving to an interview, and you got to get to that interview, and you're in traffic, and you don't want to be late, because remember, you shouldn't be late, and someone wants to come in on the right, and you don't let them, because you need to get to that interview. Now, as you sit there with them staring you down, you're not feeling great, they're not feeling great, and that's what happens. So now you get to the interview, and the person conducting the interview is the person you didn't let in. How is that? You got to ask yourself, how is that person going to think of you or look at you? Not well. Now, if you knew the person was the one that's going to be interviewing you, because most people don't do things unless they know there's a reward, you would have let them in knowing that there's probably going to be a reward, and you're going to be thanked. Thank yous are nice, as I said earlier, but so you would let them in. So now scenario 2, you let the person in just because you're a kind person, and you know that 5 seconds is not going to make a big difference. So you let them into traffic, you get to the interview, and it's the person that you let in. How is that person going to look at you? In a very favorable light. Now, you got a reward. Not wanting one. That's kindness. Doing something because you feel great doing it. Welcome to the show. We are live for the last half hour. You're late, but it's okay. You're here. If you have any questions, please post them. We're live on Facebook over here, and we're live on WhatsApp. You can post questions there. I've got a religious zealot. Because I didn't believe in religion, he thinks I'm a cult, which I thought was pretty cute. Again, ask questions. We are going to go through, I'm going to be here for many hours talking about kindness. It's World Kindness Day, as you might know. And I'm going through the list of the 10 acts I'm asking everyone to do on this day. They should do them every day. But to catch you up, here's the first 5 we've already gone through, is only say kind words. Tell family, friends, and associates they are fantastic. Pick up some litter. Hug 10 people. It's not so easy. And open the door for a stranger or let someone into traffic. We've covered those so far before you joined. He wants me to listen to my voice note. No, see, that person's a little bit negative. I'm not going to listen to anything negative today. Number 6, conserve some energy. Right now I'm using natural light, so I don't need electricity. The fan's not on because the wind's nice cool day, conserving energy. I should turn the television off to conserve energy, but I always like the television on. I live alone. It's my little buddy, my little roommate. Okay, so conserve energy today. Every day you should use less water. Obviously, you don't need to water a lawn on a cool day. Use less gas. Drive, walk. It's Saturday, so ride a bike. Don't drive your car. Walk across the street instead of driving. Number 7, do something for yourself. Spoil yourself. It's Kindness Day. Be kind to yourself. And that's the first commitment to the Be Fantastic philosophy. Be kind to yourself. Okay? Number 8, tell all your family members you love them. Now, there's no downfall to that. Tell them you love them. I love you. A lot of parents have difficulty telling their kids they love them. It's true. They just love, They should, I don't know. Tell everyone you love them. Because hopefully you do love them. There's family members that haven't spoken to each other for years. My ex-wife, I just told yesterday that she's friends again with her oldest daughter. I think they went 20 years without talking. That's terrible. It's 20 wasted years. But now they're together, and that's fantastic. So tell your family members you love them. Even if you don't, make them feel good. Forgive them. Stupid arguments. I'm going to go through all the commitments today, the 3 commitments. I'm going to talk about lots of things today. It's going to be I want you to tell me a kindness story. I want you to tell me a random act of kindness that you saw. I want you to try to do the 10 acts. Let's get through them. Number 9, choose kindness as a lifelong decision. Now, I've gotten a lot of texts when I sent out the 10 acts we're asking people. Some people said, I can do 6. Some people said, I can do 7. One person said, I can do 9. No one said they could do 10 yet, which is interesting. Because the 10th one is, hug 10 people, it's not going to be easy in Egypt. So choose kindness as a lifelong decision. Kindness it takes a back seat because we're so concerned with making money. And we have to make money, but we can do it in a kind way. I think you can do it in a kind way. And the 10th one is memorize the 3 commitments. Now, there used to be 4 commitments. And the 4th commitment was say kind words, like the word fantastic. Earlier, I talked about how important the word fantastic is. It makes you smile. Smile releases endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, which make you live longer. We all want to live longer, and when you smile, the other person smiles. But the word fantastic means unimaginably great and beautiful and forces you to smile, forcing you to live longer. And it's an act of kindness to tell your friend they look fantastic, or have a fantastic day, or they did a fantastic job. So, memorize the 3 commitments. It's not 4 anymore, it's 3. So I thought to myself, who the hell is going to remember 4 commitments? I mean, come on. 4? You're asking too much. And even the 10 commandments. Can you cite the 10 commandments? Anyway, so the 3 commitments are be kind to yourself. First and foremost, be kind to yourself. I'm going to talk about that for about an hour today. The importance of being kind to yourself, how to be kind to yourself. And then the second most important commitment in life is to be kind to others. Now, by the way, I'm looking back and forth because I have someone here live on Facebook, and I have someone here live on YouTube or Dr. Fantastic's World. So I'm sharing with my audience of 2. By the way, you just tuned in. I want you to do me a favor. I want to show you how important words are. And I don't know if you're new to the organization or you've been around for a while, but this is something that you want to do anyway. I want you to repeat after me 3 statements. I want you to say them with vigor and enthusiasm. And oh, I lost that person. What was it? Something I said? Oh well. Memorize it. People are busy. They had to go to the show. They had to go to lunch. Okay. So memorize the 3 commitments. So now we got through that section of the show. Now we're going to talk about the fantastic countries and the fantastic cities we have in our WhatsApp groups. So this is a shout out to all those fantastic countries. Let's start with America. Thank you, America. You guys are fantastic. Angola. I was going to start writing the names down. Clinton from Angola. I only got to a few before I got sidetracked. Tatiana in Belarus. Thank you for having a WhatsApp group. Todor in Bulgaria. Thank you, Todor. He's sleeping right now at 3 in the morning in America. Ferdinand in Burundi. You know what I can do? Because this is for posterity. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you to everybody personally. Okay, the next one is Brazil. And so what I do here is I go as a search. I look up Brazil. And Brazil is Rafaela or Natalia. It's Natalia. Thank you, Natalia, for being a fantastic admin. Next one is Canada. Who is our admin in Canada? Let's see here. Canada is Elvira. Elvira, ambassador number 1900. Thank you, Elvira, for being an admin in Canada. Let's go to the next country, Cameroon. 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 Who's Cameroon? Good question. I believe it's Camelita? Sorry, Cameroon. There's so many countries. Chad. Let's go to Chad. Chad is Mohammed, ambassador number 2137. Thank you, Mohammed, for being an ambassador in Chad. And now Cote d'Ivoire, great country. That is Eve. Eve, thank you for being a ambassador. I do know some of them. How about that? Democratic Republic of Africa. That's David, ambassador number 1842. Thank you, David, for being ambassador. You are fantastic. Djibouti. I love Djibouti. That is quite a name. Djibouti. D-J-O. Djibouti. Djibouti. Come on. D-J-I. Djibouti is Faoud. Ambassador number 2172. Thank you for Djibouti. Thank you for being an ambassador, my friend. Dubai. We have a crown prince that is our ambassador. The crown prince of Dubai. His name is Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum. Thank you, Mohammed, for being ambassador, crown prince, or only crown prince from Dubai. Egypt. Who is our Egyptian ambassador? I believe it is. Oh, no, it's not Joseph. It is Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed, for being our Egyptian ambassador. Estonia. Carl is our Estonian ambassador at number 1806. Thank you, Carl. Ethiopia. E-T-H-I-O-P. Ethiopia is ambassador number 1833, Malet. Or 1823, Abia. I think we might have two ambassadors that are admins there. Gambia. Gambia has lots of members. And it is Ibrima, number 1822. Thank you, Ibrima, for being an ambassador. Ghana, Ghana, Ghana is ambassador number 1839, Reverend Samuel. Reverend, thank you for being an ambassador. I hope you're using the fantastic rally call with your when you get to Guinea. Okay, good question. I think Guinea disappeared on me. India. India is George. George, ambassador number 1856. Thank you, George, for being an ambassador. Ivory Coast. I want to go to the Ivory Coast. It just sounds so great. Is Tour, number 1893. That's our ambassador in Ivory Coast. Thank you. Kenya. We have lots of members in Kenya. And our ambassador is 1849 in Ndiji. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for being our admin in Kenya. Katsina is a country in Africa. And that is Mustafa, ambassador 1846. Thank you, Mustafa, for being an ambassador. Kisumu, Kisumu. That's Brenda. Brenda, she's fantastic. Thank you, Brenda, for being a fantastic ambassador and admin for Kisumu. Liberia. Liberia. My goodness. Liberia. Liberia is Elijah. Ambassador 1831. Thank you, Elijah, for being an admin. It does take time and energy to spread the word in these countries, but kindness is its own reward. In Monrovia, we have Ambassador 1862, Willie. Willie, thank you so much for what you're doing to make the world a better place. Nairobi, Nairo. Nairobi is hombre inteligente. It's some Spanish speaking. Hombre inteligente y seguro de sí mismo. Mercedes sent me that message in Spanish. I don't think we have an ambassador in Mexico. Anyway, so Nairobi is Ambassador 2041, Nelly. Nelly, thank you for being our ambassador in Nairobi. Nigeria, well, I don't even have to think about that. That was our first ambassador. That's Joseph. Joseph, thank you so much. He's on a so yeah, even Joseph was one of our oldest, or first one, first WhatsApp group. He's got something to do today. He's on a volunteer trip, so everyone has something to do. I understand. So that's Nigeria. Thank you, Joseph. Rwanda. Rwanda is Migusha, Ambassador 1847. Migusha, thank you for being an ambassador and an admin. Well, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is Amara. He or she is, I want to think it's a she, Amara, but I think it's a he. He or she is fantastic. Ambassador 1763, thank you, Amara, for being an admin to Sierra Leone. Somalia. Here's a country that has a bad name, but we're going to do something about it. Ambassador number 1860, Mohammed. Mohammed, thank you for being an admin in Somalia. Let's, I hope to do a tour there, and we're going to show, there are a lot of kind people in Somalia. There's crooks all over the world, but we're going to show how great people are in Somalia. Ooh, excuse me. South Africa, I don't even have to think about that one. That's Chris from South Africa, who must have run out of minutes and is not part of the show today. Unbelievable. So Sudan is the next one. That's Ali Osman, Ambassador 1878 from the Sudan. Ukraine. Who is our Ukraine ambassador? I believe it's Natalia. I believe it's Natalia. Yeah. That would be Natalia. Tanzania. Getting through the countries here. Tanzania. I don't know. Oh, Dowdy. Dowdy is 18. Ambassador number 1829. Dowdy. Fantastic person. Tunisia. Tunisia is Mohammed. Ambassador number 1872. Thank you, Mohammed, for helping out. Qatar. 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 Qutar, right? Not coming up. I know I have a Qatar. They just started the other day. Qatar. Look that one up. Who's Qatar? Now we have Uganda. Uganda is 1584. Mbabazi. 1584. Thank you, Mbabazi, for being our ambassador. 1584. And the last country is Zambia. Who is our ambassador in Zambia? Zambia is Igide, ambassador 1818. So those are our worlds. We have 30, or countries rather, we have 30 of those, 30 countries. And Kim is still with us. You're fantastic, Kim. She's going to be here the whole show. Now we have the cities. I'm not going to go through all the cities. We have 35 cities. Abuja, Adamawa. How's that? Adamawa. Arusha, Banjul, Bo City, Banff, Baranza, Bulawayo, Busia. I wonder how close I am in pronouncing these. Bujumbura, Cairo, California. That's not a city, it's a state. That's okay. These are cities and states. Calabar, Cibitoke, Dahab, Dar es Salaam, Durhan, Farafeni, Goma, Ishaka, Kano, Kaduna, a lot of K's, Kabale, Kamina, Kampala, Kanima, Kitale and Kabale. Sharm, that's where I'm at, Sharm. Tamale. There's a tamale. I love it. I love tamales. Madhya Pradesh. I think that's in India. Madhya Pradesh. Mabale. Mombasa. Muzinda. Mufraliva. Mwanza. Palisa, Yaounde, and Yola Adamawa. There's an Adamawa and a Yola Adamawa. Okay, so I am asking that our ambassadors, if they want to see me tour Africa, to send in a request to CNN. Maybe they do a story. Maybe we get a sponsor. I want to thank a couple of our. Let me see something here. Star Alliance Mines, I think it is. Star Alliance Mines. Sorry about this. Pretty sure it's Star Alliance Mines. Yeah. Okay. Star Alliance International. Okay. Basically, I want to do a shout out to some of our, some of my companies that are supportive of the movement. I am a brand ambassador to them. It's one of this bookingcw.com, best rates on airline flights, on hotels, excursions, resorts, cruises, insurance. Fantastic company, 600 employees, best rates guaranteed. bookingcw.com. iSuccess.ro. They do like a networking group. Very high end. It's very, very great group. Edward. EHOB is from Booking CW. Alliance Minds, Alliance International, Star Alliance International Minds, the old company in California. Richard is it there? Infinity Tech, great products. They represent Schneider Electric, Philips Lighting, Fresh, and Sweetie Electric. Great company, fantastic prices, and you can make money working through us. And Fulgari.com, which is cryptocurrency. I wanted to give a shout out to. Those are my notes for that. Then we have some personal groups. If your country's taken and your city's taken, you can start a personal group. In personal groups, you can talk about religion all you like. Okay. So now we're going to, the personal groups are David, Isaac, Laura, Momadou, Tuma, Muangura, Isaac, and a few others. We've got about about 15 different teachers that want to teach the kindness course, and I'm going to go through that now. Now, kindness course, I'm hoping a lot of children teach it, actually, to be honest with you. That would be fantastic. Kids teaching kids, because the way I've designed it is I give there's 3 classes. Each one is on each commitment, and you can go to befantastictoday.com/class, and that's where you'll find the curriculums for 1, 2, and 3, instructions, and the certificates for everyone, and the 30-minute class. You take that class, and you'll be an instructor. Teach the class, teach kindness. It's real. I think it's important. I hope it spreads. I hope we get lots of people being ambassadors and lots of people being teachers. And so I'm going to go through the kindness class curriculum now, because it looks to me like I'm not going to spend 6 hours here talking to myself. I was hoping a lot of people said they're going to tune in too, but a lot of people don't have the bandwidth, and maybe this thing's lying to me, and more people are watching than they're supposed to. But I'm going to go through the kindness curriculum. I'm not going to do it as I would want a 3rd grader to do it. I'll read the first example as a 3rd grader, then I'll talk a little bit about it. How's that sound? Okay? So we think the best way to start the class off is to get the entire group to repeat after you 3 or 4. If you're in Africa, we're saying 4 rally calls. We call it the fantastic rally call. And so you get up in front of the class and you say, everybody, repeat after me. We're going to show you how important words are. And the word fantastic is a fantastic word, and it has energy and kindness and positivity. And I want you all to say it, repeat after me. And I want you to say, Africa is fantastic. And you have them all repeat that. And if they don't do it loudly or with energy, have them do it again. And if they don't do it, have them do it a 3rd time. And after you get it to where it's a pretty good amount of energy, then I want you to say, listen, we're all one in the world. I want everyone to say, we are fantastic. So then they say, we are fantastic. That's great. Then, after they say that, look at a partner, look at the person next to you, look in their eyes, point to them and say, you are fantastic. And have them do it with vigor and energy. And then lastly, have them look to you and say, I am fantastic. And have them say it loudly and with energy. And I guarantee you'll feel the energy in the room. They'll feel fantastic about themselves, because what you're doing is you're convincing the subconscious that you're fantastic. And you are fantastic. And it means unimaginably great and beautiful, which is fantastic. Everyone should feel fantastic. Okay, so you've gotten that as the introduction. And now you ask them to take out a pencil and paper and write down words they don't understand. And I want you to also go through the class and ask, examples of kids to say what they feel about each subject. But class 1 is on commitment number 1, which is be kind to yourself. And they may want to know what the word kind means. And maybe they don't speak great English, so you might want to teach them what the word kind means. So, you also want to teach them that about that words matter, and that they should every day say things like "Have a fantastic day" to their friends when they say goodbye, or "You look fantastic," and you as a teacher should say, "You guys are fantastic. You did a fantastic job with that rally call." You know, the word "fantastic" is really a magical word. It's an act of kindness to say it. It gives energy, positivity, kindness, and love. The smile releases endorphins and dopamine and serotonin in your brain. That makes you live longer because it makes you smile. Smile by 5 minutes. And sometimes people laugh when they hear the word fantastic. And that means you live an hour longer. It's been really fantastic. Really fantastic. Okay, so you got them to have the paper. You did the rally call. Africa is fantastic. We are fantastic. You are fantastic. And I am fantastic. Now, obviously, if you're in California, you want them to say, California is fantastic. Well, you don't have to throw a city or state in there, but you can. Now, now you're going to go around. Now, I'm going to give you the bullet points. Now, if a child was reading this, I'm just going to give that one example. Then I'll say, here's my examples. Okay. Number one is accept yourself as you are. Curly-haired people want straight hair. Straight-haired people want curly hair. Young people want to be older. Old people want to be young again. That's the example I give, and for a third grader to read it. Now, as you are a teacher, you probably have more examples than that of accept you as you are, because you're nobody else, you're nobody different. You don't need a different color hair. You don't need to be fatter or thinner. These are things that you think you need to be. You know, it doesn't matter what other people think; it's what you think. You need to love yourself as you are. You can't expect other people to love you unless you love yourself. You got to love yourself because you come first. Now, the analogy is when the oxygen mask, if you've ever been on an airplane, the stewardess will say, or the flight attendant nowadays will say, if you have an emergency and the oxygen mask drops, maybe because of decompression in the airplane, put it on first, then help others. That's the analogy. You come first. How can you make other people happy if you can't be happy? So you have to come first and foremost. Then your kids and your husband or wife, other people come next. You come first. So, and accept yourself as you are. Okay? Now, number two, always be positive. Positive thinking manifests positive actions. How important is it to be positive? You want to go around the room and ask everyone, what do you think? Why do you think it's important to be positive? When you're positive, you believe it in yourself. When you're positive, you're maybe convincing yourself that everything's right. And that's okay. You must be positive. Negative thinking. And that's the next one. Eliminate negativity. Don't think negative or associate with negative people. They're cancerous. We all know what cancer is. Explain to everyone what cancer is. Explain to them how thinking negative is cancerous. It's dangerous. People who are negative will suck you down into the mud with them. Thinking negative. It's like, oh, I'm going to burn myself. Oh, I'm going to fall down. Oh, I'm going to hurt myself. You are, because you're thinking that way. Thinking manifests actions. Positive thinking manifests positive action. Negative thinking manifests negative action. Think positive. Know that everything's going the right way. It's going to be fantastic. Trust your decisions. Every day you decide to turn left or you decide to turn right. That's the example I give here that the kid's going to read. Every turn you make is the correct turn. When you believe your turns are correct, you get confidence in your decision making. With confidence comes success in life, and with success in life comes happiness. You got to believe that every turn you make is correct. Every turn I made in my life to get to this very moment is correct. I have to believe that. And when you believe that, everything works out. Because I didn't make another decision not to do this broadcast. I could have gone to a nice resort today and took the day off and all expense paid. But I said, no, I'm in an obligation to talk about kindness and do my World Kindness Day tribute. And that's what I'm doing. Now, everyone's out having a fantastic day, which they should be. Hopefully they might watch this. Again, the the kindness video filmed 5 years ago with Lady Gaga, the Dalai Lama, and one of the richest guys in the world. In 5 years being on the internet, on YouTube, 521 people watched it. Because you're out there playing, having fun. You're out there working. You're doing something else, and that's understandable. I don't feel bad if nobody would. I'm hoping only Kim, so far, who's on the channel here, is going to be the one that enjoys this, and that's fine. Good practice for me to go through another speech here. Okay, so know the turns you're making in life are right. You didn't make the other one, so why would you think about it? You can't think about. You can't have regrets and say, I should have gone to college. No, I didn't go to college. The richest people in the world didn't go to college. So you can't keep saying, I should have gone to college. I should have done this. I should have. No, that's negative thinking. That's the past. Yesterday's history. Tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. You've got to believe in yourself, believe you made the right decision, believe you made the right turn, and you'll be happy. Believe in yourself. Believe everything's working out. Okay? Your opinion of yourself is the only one that counts. What's the example I use? Everyone's opinion about you has an agenda for them. You should never be embarrassed. Be embarrassed means you care about what other people think of you. Okay, here's an example I like to use. You're at a school dance, and all the boys are on one side, and all the girls are on the other side, and the boys are afraid to go across the room because they might get rejected, and the girls are hoping someone walks across. But when a guy does walk across the room, they laugh and they tease because they're jealous mostly. But that person had enough nerve to do it. Even if the girl said no, he had to walk back. We don't like rejection. No one likes rejection. But because someone doesn't want to dance with you, because someone doesn't like you, that's not rejection. That means they don't want to dance. They're embarrassed to dance. Or you're not the kind of person they like. Some people like tall people. Some people like short people. Some people like bald people. Some people like people with hair on their head. Some people like blondes. Some people like brunettes. People like different things. Because they don't like you doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's not rejection. People think if someone doesn't like them, they've been rejected. No, we all have different tastes. I know this one guy, he likes 500-pound women. I don't like 500-pound women. I don't like 300-pound women. But he likes the bigger, the better. He loves them really, really, really big. So if that woman who's really, really, really big knows that there's going to be someone out there that's going to love her, that's fantastic. Not everyone's going to love her. Not everyone's going to love you. Not everyone's going to like you. It's not rejection. It's just what their feelings are. So, again, your opinion of yourself is the only one that matters because you have to live in your own skin. You have to be happy with yourself. It doesn't matter what your parents think or what your brothers or sisters or cousins or pastor or teachers. It doesn't matter what they think of you because they have an agenda for them. You have to do what's right for you. You have to live in your head. You have to be happy. You come first. These are very, very important points. Does that make sense? So, that was number 7. What do we get next? I can do this without the script. This is for people that need a script. Learn as much as you can. The more you know, the easier your life is. Knowledge is very accessible today. There are libraries, there's movies, there's documentaries, there's a thing called Google, and there's people. Older people are very knowledgeable a lot of times. Listen and learn. If you have a phone and you're not asking the phone, Google, 20 things during the day, you're not learning. The other day, one of my ambassadors sells rice. I said, that's fantastic. And I thought to myself, rice, boy, that's a big commodity there. I wonder if I'm going to make a guess that it's the most eaten food on the planet. And so I wrote him and said, you should talk about rice because you can't pitch things on my channels, but you can certainly talk how beneficial things are. He sells rice. I don't want him pitching rice, but he can say rice is very healthy. Rice is delicious. Rice, you cook it 1,000 ways. So then I looked it up after I stated that I think rice is the most eaten food on the planet. And sure enough, it's the most eaten food on the planet, rice. And not that I need to be right, but I'm never wrong. Anyway, so he sells rice, and he thought it was a great Christmas gift. Buy a 10-kilo sack of rice for a loved one. And it is. Food is a great gift. A friend of mine used to give out candy every year to her employees. Big boxes, expensive See's candies. Not the healthiest thing to eat, but it's a nice gift. Food is a nice gift. It's a kind thing. Gifting is kind. Being kind is kind. And that's what this whole thing's all about, is being kind. Okay, so number 9, don't have fear. Being kind to yourself is not being fearful. Fear, and the example I give here, stands for false expectations appearing real. We're taught fear, and unfortunately, we instead of having a big, nice, flat superhighway of life that we can just cruise down and go as fast as we want, our parents teach us fear, and now we have a treacherous, steep, unpaved path over a mountainside in life. I don't know if that's a good analogy or not. But at any rate, fear is just dangerous. It's stupid. Don't have fear. Don't be afraid to try things. When you rode a bike, you were fearful a little bit maybe. But when you didn't have the fear, it was easier to ride it. And when you fell down, you scraped yourself up. We fall down. No big deal. We put a Band-Aid on, we got back up, and we started riding a bike again. Pretty soon we weren't afraid to ride a bike. Bikes are fun to ride. Can't be afraid to try things. Do not be afraid to ask the girl out. Don't be afraid. Being kind to yourself is having no fear. Don't be afraid to take on a new responsibility, a new job, a new task, a new challenge, a new sport. Don't be afraid. Please, don't be afraid of. Don't have fear in your life. Be brave. Know that you're learning when you try something new. And the next one is don't be afraid to fail. Fail. It says here, if you are not failing, you're not learning. Fail stands for first attempt in learning. We must fail if we want to grow as a person. I think it was Elon Musk who says to his employees, if you're not failing at your job, you're not trying, and that's not acceptable. He wants you to fail because that means you're trying. And again, it's the first attempt in learning. Now, there is a saying that says doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is a definition for insanity. And sometimes you just do that. It's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. And that's insanity. So anyway, but don't be afraid to fail. Gosh, I've done a lot of things in my life. I've never been afraid to fail. And sometimes I have failed. And I learned. Hopefully you don't do the same thing twice. Some people, their marriage fails. They try it again. And that fails. And they try it again. And that fails. And they try it again. And that fails. To get married 4 times and have 4 failures, that's not the greatest thing in life. But, it might not have been you. Again, a lot of people, because they don't want to be rejected, they pretend to be someone else. Then after a couple of years of marriage, they decide, I've been married for a long time. Now I can start being myself. And the person says, who's this? Well, that's the real me. Well, why did you do that in the first place? I don't like that. And then you break up. Be yourself. Love yourself. Someone's going to love you for it. A great example I love to use is Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is short, fat, and ugly, in my opinion. Not that my opinion matters. And in his opinion, hopefully he's tall, handsome, and funny as hell, which he is. But the point is, no matter what you look like, someone's there to love you if you love yourself. So you got to be kind to yourself. You got to believe in yourself. And if you're short, you can't do anything about it. You might as well love it. If you're bald, you can't do anything about it. You might as well love it. If you're old, you can't do anything about it. You might as well love it. Accept yourself as you are. Love yourself. Be positive. Get rid of negative people. So that's believing in yourself. Know you're doing the right things. You're on the right path. Believe in yourself. It's all up to you. Now, the last one is your life is a movie. Your life is your movie, your personal movie. You are the star of that movie. You are the director of that movie. You're the producer of that movie, the screenwriter of that movie. So you can make a fantastic movie. It's up to you. Or you can make a horror film. Right? It's what you believe, what you think. There's a French philosopher, Rene Descartes, said, I think, therefore I am. So you could think you're beautiful, and you are. Or you could think you're ugly, and you are. You could think you're happy, and you are. Or you could think you're sad, and you are. Whatever you think you are. Think fantastic things. Make a fantastic movie. No one's going to make it for you. You have to make the movie for you. A lot of bad movies out there. You want to have a good movie. My movie's really bizarre, but it is what it is. I'm having no one's going to make you have fun. No one's going to bring you happiness. No one's going to make you happy, in other words. They might bring you some happiness, but they're not going to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. You have to believe in yourself. All these things are important to being kind to yourself. And then, as that is the last of the bullet points, you go around the class and ask the kids, what did you think about it? How can you be kind to yourself? What did you learn? And go one kid at a time. It's kids hearing other kids' stories, Oh, I think my hair is too ugly. Well, if you think it is ugly, it's ugly. And everyone in the class can say, no, your hair is beautiful. Might convince that person to think their hair is nice. I used to tell my wife, I go out in the world today, and 100 people say, you are a loser. You're an ugly loser. I come home at the end of the day and I say to myself, how incredible that was to run into 100 wrong people in one day. Because they're wrong. I'm not ugly. Some people think I'm ugly. Some people think I'm a horrible dancer. I think I'm a fantastic dancer. I love dancing. I love singing. I probably am a pretty bad singer. I probably should think more positive about my singing. But I happen to know that I'm not a great singer. And I'll admit that. But I love singing. So you got to put up with me. I'll remember one day I was in Las Vegas. And it was at a convention. And there was about 1,000 strangers at this party. It was a private party at the Hard Rock Cafe. And it was a really cool party, drinking too much, of course. And they had a karaoke. Everyone could come up and sing in front of everyone. They finally called me up, and I wanted to sing Mac the Knife, one of my favorite songs. And I got up there and I started singing it. I was a little bit drunk. Yeah. And I started singing Mac the Knife. Oh, that shark bites with his teeth, dear, and he shows them pearly white. And I got booed by everyone. And it started with just a few hundred people. And then because a few hundred people did it, people like to follow people, everybody started booing. And I had the entire place booing me. And man, I don't know a soul in the world that wouldn't crawl off the stage and crawl into the corner and say, okay. But I loved that song. I was drunk. I said, I'm going to sing this damn song. And I sang it to the end. And it was like this. Now that Maggie's back in town, right? And they all started cheering. It was like huge applause. Now, did I care that they thought I was a horrible singer? No. Well, I was a little drunk, but still, I didn't care because I had fun singing. And great song. Now I sing my way. And now, Be Fantastic's here. And so I raise my final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. And it goes on and on. Okay, so there's my singing for you. Then we have lots of notes. If you download the curriculum, you end the class again with the fantastic rally call. Now, if you combine all three into 1 hour, it's not, not probably get a lot of interaction from the kids, but you certainly can do it all in an hour. I know I can talk for more than an hour on each one of the 3 commitments. This was Be Kind to Yourself. And Chris, who's my executive assistant, she's a teacher and she came up with a lot of this other stuff here. Now, let's give me like, well, let's go through 2, see what happens. 11. Excuse me here for a second here. Well, let's go through 2. Listen to other words you say matter. Always say kind words. Let's be kind to others. Where's 11? Go to 11 and 17. 11. Excuse me, one more second here. There we go, 12. See, there we go. Okay, good. Lesson number 2. Now, got more bullet points for lesson number 2. Again, opens the class with a fantastic rally call. Africa is fantastic. If you're in Africa, we are fantastic. You are fantastic, and I am fantastic. Get them all energized. Ask them to take out the pencil and paper and to write down commitment number 2. Be kind to all others and God's creatures. I always like to add that because you got to be kind to the animals too. Now, there's a lot more bullet points in number 2, so let's go through them. The first one is never fight. The example I list here is walk away from a fight. It's not cowardice, it's smart. Fighting can lead to injury or death. People are in prison because of a stupid fight. Everyone regrets a fight afterwards. Never fight. And then I suggest that when you go around and you ask people, have they gotten a fight lately? Have they seen a fight? What do they think about fighting? Get their opinions. Kids talking about, or even college kids. This course is good for every age, I think. Fighting. There's people in prison for life because they pushed someone over in a fight. Person hit their temple on something sharp and died. Man, you're always going to regret a fight. And you can't do takeovers in real life. In first grade, you can do takeovers. You can't do them in real life. Fighting, I guarantee you'll always say you regretted fighting. Breaking your nose can happen. You're poking your eye out in a fight. Knocking a tooth out. Boy, that's really worth it. The next day, you look in the mirror, your tooth's gone because you had a couple too many beers and you got in a fight because you bumped into someone and spilled some beer on them. Man, that's not being kind to others. Fighting. Not being kind to yourself to fight. Turn around. It's not cowardice to walk away. Don't fight. It's really stupid. Again, number 2, don't argue. I think for some reason, we all want to argue. And I tell you, if you say to them, you're right, let them win the argument. It drives people crazy. They want to fight. I think it's maybe attention or just it stimulates the conversation or something, but tell them they're right and say, okay, you're right. It's fine. You're right. Don't argue. Arguing is negative energy. Tell the person they're right. Ask yourself, is it really good use of time to argue when in 10 minutes it won't mean anything? Be the smarter person. Tell them they're right. It drives people crazy. You want to argue for attention. Never argue. It's a waste of time. Time is valuable. Arguing is not going to accomplish much. Waste of energy. So try not to argue. My number 2. Number 3, don't tease. Teasing is meanness. It's picking on someone smaller or not as smart. It's wasted energy. It's very mean. You want to be mean or kind? Now, you're not going to tease someone who's bigger than you, are you? No. You're going to tease someone that's smarter than you? No. So you're going to tease. It's picking on someone, teasing someone. And that's meanness. It's just meanness, and It's because you have an inferiority complex. You're not very happy with yourself. And the fourth one, very close to that, is don't bully. Bullies are losers. They have low self-esteem. They don't bully someone bigger than themselves. It's like teasing. They don't bully. They bully in packs with other losers. They are weak people. Feel sorry for them and walk away. It's not weakness to walk away. It's strength. They're going to tease you. What the hell's that? That's weird. What are these bugs lately? Really drag. Why is that doing this? I have no idea why that went. Okay, so bullies are losers. We have an anti-bullying thing. First, so it's the Facebook. Now it's backwards, but it says it's cool to be kind. To be kind. Bullies are not cool. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be kind to the environment. Choose kindness. And we send this to teachers. If you guys want one, we have one for Africa. We have one that's the world. I should have printed that one out as well. It's our anti-bullying campaign. They're free. We send them to you. You print them and post them. And hopefully we can get rid of bullies one day. They're such losers. And they're just weak people. And they're not bullying someone bigger than themselves, right? They're bullying someone who's smaller, who's maybe not pretty. It's just a shame. Just a shame. Also it says, don't let the names they call you bother you. You know the old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but names shall never harm me. Well, that's an important thing to remember. Walk away from the names they're calling. Walk away from the fight. Walk away from the bullies. Be strong. Walk away. Trust me. It's not cowardice. Walk away. Number 5, being kind to others means you should smile at everyone. Smiling is healthy. It makes you live longer. It makes other people smile. It's an act of kindness to smile at people. A smile is free to give and may make someone in need. May help someone in need. Everyone looks better with a smile. Smiling releases neuromessaging units in your brain that reduce stress. They're called endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. So now smiling, I can go on a lot about smiling, how important it is. Eye contact's important. But to be kind to others is to smile at them. And, sometimes you don't even have to say hello. Saying hello is kind. But smile at someone, more than likely you're going to smile back. And that might have made their day. It's free to give. It could last a lifetime. It can save someone's life, a smile. Really, smile, smile, smile. It says, I'm watching. Oh, somebody else is watching. Yeah, baby. That's fantastic. I'm very happy you're watching. We're also on YouTube. Technology. Okay, where were we? We're on section 2, if you're just tuning in, of being kind to others. How to be kind to others, what it means to be kind, how important it is to be kind. And the last one, number 5 was smile. Number 4 was don't bully. Number 3 was don't tease. Number 1 was don't argue. Number 2 was don't fight. Very important things and how to be kind to others. So we're continuing with after smiling, how important it is. Number 6 is don't discriminate. We are all on planet Earth. We are all humans. We are all equal. Treat people as you would like them to treat you. So in being kind to others, we're not going to discriminate, right? We're going to treat everyone equally. Because we're all equal. You're no better than anyone else. Okay? Eliminate racism. Do not judge people by the color of their skin, but by the words they say and their actions. There's racists out there. White people who don't like black people, and black people who don't like white people, who don't like white people. Excuse my language. There was a guy who said, you can't come to Africa and tell us how to behave. I'm talking to humans. I'm not talking to blacks or whites or yellow or any other color or brown. I'm talking to humans. Humans should be kind to humans. not because of their sex or their age or their color. Kindness has no color or age or discrimination. It's kindness is a fantastic thing, and that's all I'm doing is teaching kindness. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, and be kind to the environment. So we're on number 2. There's only 3 commitments I ask everyone. 3 commitments to kindness that you'll live longer, you'll be happier, you'll be more successful in business and in relationships. It's amazing by following the 3. I say agree to the 3 and we'll make history. 3 simple commitments. And we're on number 2. So don't be prejudiced. Now, prejudice is defined as preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. That's not a very smart character trait. Prejudice. It's a preconceived opinion that's not based on reason or actual. How stupid is it to be prejudiced? It's not based on reason or actual experience. To be prejudiced is stupidity. I call my speeches the insanity of humanity. Friggin', we've screwed up the planet because one person at a time littered. We haven't even got to that yet. Oh, my goodness. Well, you are only an hour and 40 minutes late. No, hour and a half late. Started at noon. Hello? Hello? Hey, you're only an hour and a half late, Chris. Congratulations. Hello? Hello? Yeah.
It's so difficult to get your line right now.
Yeah? Why?
It's difficult to get through. Maybe my network is slow. I'm not sure. But otherwise, how's it going?
Well, it's we're an hour and a half into it. We've got a couple people on because we're live on Facebook as well. And we have nobody on YouTube. So not a lot of people are showing up. I mean, nobody's showing up, basically. Not even Chris. So, it's about, it's Saturday. People are having fun. They're out working. They're busy, A lot of people said they're going to tune in, but I'm not going to go I'm not going to go for 6 hours without anybody else there, I've done it. I've been talking for an hour and a half. I'm on number 2. I've talked about a lot of different things, but right now I'm talking about, so if you want to just stay there and listen in. So you didn't go on YouTube to watch or the website?
I went on YouTube. I watched a little bit and I clicked like on YouTube. And then I wanted to talk to you, so I've been trying to call at the same time.
Because, YouTube has a chat box,
Can I talk like I'm on the phone on YouTube?
You can go to YouTube and there's a chat box there where you can do, questions and answers and stuff. And then we're also live on drfantasticsworld.com.
Yeah, I tried that one. I couldn't get through. So, are you typing and answering questions?
Well, no one's asked anything yet. But yeah, I have a couple people on.
Oh, I see.
A couple people on. So you're on, but you're on Facebook. You're not on YouTube.
I'm on Facebook now.
Because I have 2 Facebooks going right now. I have you on Facebook, and I have I've been live on Facebook since noon, and I'm live on YouTube since noon.
Okay. So, are we live now?
We're live. Yeah, you're live. I'm gonna put you right here. So
Okay, cool.
So just stay right there, and I'm going through our curriculum, and I'm on number 7. I talked about eliminating racism, and then I went through 8. Don't be prejudiced. Number 9, And everybody, by the way, Chris, who's joining us, is in South Africa. She's my executive assistant. And she's together we developed the kindness curriculum. Which have you checked it out yet, Chris? On Be Fantastic Today.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I know it's fantastic. I'm gonna check it out later.
Yeah, it's a whole, pretty much the whole thing's there. Okay, number 9 is shake hands, hug others, and look into their eyes. We are social creatures. We need to have physical and emotional contact with one another. Hugs are a true act of kindness. Shaking hands, a wonderful greeting, and eye contact essential to great communication. So we, they got it wrong with COVID when they said we need to be socially distant. That's the last thing we needed to be because we're social creatures. We need eye contact. We need to hug people. We need to shake hands. So with COVID, we need to be physically distant. Had they just not used socially distant, it would have been a whole different ball game, in my opinion. But so we need to be physically distant for the flu, which is what COVID is. But we certainly don't want to be socially distant. Do you agree with that, Chris?
I agree totally.
So shake hands, hug. I went through earlier the 10. I'm asking everyone to do 10 commitments. How many did you do today, Chris?
I do all of them. I haven't done all of them today, but you know what I wanted to say today also is we have to make this a lifestyle. I've done maybe 3-4 today so far. Not all of them, but I do all of them every now and then. So maybe to encourage everyone that we need to make it a lifestyle to be kind every day.
Well, actually, you did more than you thought because number 10 is you memorized the 3 commitments. So that's one of them you did. Number 9 is choose kindness as a lifelong decision, which you've done. So that's 2 of them. Did you tell all your family members you love them today yet? Did you tell all your...
I've told them early in the morning, yeah.
Okay, so that's 3. Did you do something for yourself today to spoil yourself?
Oh, yeah.
What did you do?
Made a nice meal for myself.
Nice what?
A meal.
Meal. Nice
like
meal for
I
yourself.
don't normally like cooking.
Okay, so then you've done 4 already. Did you conserve any energy today?
Not really.
You didn't turn off a light that wasn't needed. You didn't turn the electricity down. You didn't do anything to conserve any less energy?
Well, everything is already off. Like I'm not even using any electricity at the moment.
Okay. You're not going to be able to hug 10 people probably. Did you pick up any litter today? Did you see any litter?
Not yet. No.
It says,
I haven't.
tell family, friends, and associates they are fantastic. You told me I was fantastic, so that's 5 already. And number 1, only say kind words. You haven't said any bad words yet today, right?
Oh, I've said kind words already.
So you've done 6 already. So see, you did more.
So, yeah, you are counting.
See, you've done more than you thought.
You know what? You are so kind. You are so kind because you're counting for me. I've actually done more than I thought.
Yes. But, like you say, as a commitment to life, why don't we do all those every day? Like open doors for strangers. That's one of them. Or let someone into traffic. You didn't drive today. But and you probably don't have any opportunity to open a door for a stranger. But you should definitely go outside and pick up a piece of litter, though.
We'll still do.
Okay, so if the person that just tuned in, I'm on the phone with Chris on Facebook on one channel. On another channel, I'm live with Kim and someone else that's in a different language. And we are live on Facebook. We're live twice. We're live on YouTube that you just tuned in, whoever that is. Whoever just tuned in, if you don't mind typing your name in the text box, that would be fantastic, or question, that would be fantastic. We're going through the kindness class curriculum, which is now live on BeFantasticToday/class. It has the certificates, it has the curriculum, it has the instructions, it has the kindness class school sign up, and we want every age, every color, every creed and sex to be able to host classes, teach people about kindness. We're going through. We're in curriculum number 2, which is be kind to others, and we're on number 10, which is open doors for strangers. Now you've probably done it, Chris. You've opened a door for a stranger, and they walk through, and they just walk through like they deserved the door to be opened, and they didn't say thank you. Now being kind to others is saying thank you. It's not a lot of energy, but a lot of people don't say thank you, and that's a shame. That's not kind. It's 2 words. It doesn't take a lot of energy, and in French, it's 1 word. It's merci. So please, people, to be kind to others, you want to say kind words, as I said earlier, and that's saying please. It's saying thank you. It's saying you're welcome. It's saying I'm sorry. It's saying I love you. Say kind words, right? Number 11. Number 11 is let people into traffic. Wouldn't that be nice? Now, I love this example, Chris, and you've heard it before. Chris has been with me for only about a month now, and she's heard most of my stories. Not most of my stories. She's heard a fraction of my stories, but we spent a lot of time, and she's pretty much an expert. I want all my admins to know as much as Chris and to know as much as me, because an admin is my voice in their country, city, or in their group. And today we have 108 admins, which is fantastic. And some don't have time to do too much, but still it's the effort of being an admin. And they can have co-admins. If they want to bring in a friend that wants to help, they can have that. Chris and I are there to help as well. But most people in this next section I'm talking about, number 11, will only do a kind thing if there is a reward. And that's human nature. People say, well, donate to my charity. And the person will say, well, what's in it for me? Well, you get to go to a great party, and there's some celebrities there. There's going to be a big dance, and there'll be some raffle prizes and a delicious meal, and a famous person's going to sing or play the band. And then they say, okay, I'll do it, because they know there's a reward for buying a ticket to that charity. Now, I love this example. And this example is you're driving to a job interview. And it's important you get there in time, because, King Louis XVIII said, punctuality is the politeness of kings. Very important to be on time. In my speeches, when I talk to companies, I talk about being on time. And so you need to be on time. You need to get to that interview, and you need that job, because, you need that money. And so you're in traffic, and someone on your right wants to pull in the traffic. They want someone to be kind enough to let. And, I talked to this one lady, and she said, I never let people into traffic. She let people into traffic because she lived in Los Angeles. I'll never get to work, she said. I thought that was the stupidest thing I ever heard. And a lot of people think like that. So now in this story, it's a great example. I think it's the best example. You didn't let that person in. Now you're sitting there in traffic, and you don't want to look at them because you just didn't let them in. And it's too late, because now they're, at your door. You have to let them in front of you in a car. And so you're sitting there feeling really bad, not looking to your right, and they're staring you down. They're mad because you didn't let them in. So there's 2 people unhappy. You're unhappy because you weren't kind, and they're unhappy because you weren't kind. So that's not too good. It's not too great a feeling, right, Chris? So now you get to the job, and you walk in there for the interview, and the person giving the interview is the person you didn't let into traffic. How are they going to think about you as a person? They're not going to look at you as such a kind person.
You're not getting the job.
You're not getting the job. Now let's pretend for a minute that you knew that was the person going to give you an interview. what are you going to do? You're going to let them in a heartbeat because there's going to be a reward. They're going to think kindly of you, right? So knowing there's a reward, you're going to let that person